Hold on. Check my email. Hold on, Oscar. Get down, lad. Oh my god. You're in my way. Down, down, down. I've just seen it. Yeah, I did actually. I did. Did get fed up of it. Yeah, same shit. Same shit with her, wasn't it? I had a lot of red flags with that one. Loads of red flags. Yeah, she was playing games and as well. I don't like game players. I just get annoyed with people playing games, you know, with your head. I know. I believe she was at least a psychic vampire because of the way she was. It's just so many things about her that red flag, you know. I couldn't see past it for some reason at that time. It was weird. Very weird. What do you want, Oscar? Do you want me to move the boxes? Let me just move them. You probably don't want to sit on them, do you? That better. Yeah. One of the red flags that I had with her, once she was telling people that I was smothering her, right? I don't know what's classed as smothering her, seeing as she told me she was going to call me, right? And actually, sometimes what I'd do, I'd put the link, a StreamYard private link in, and then all she's got to do is click on the email and jump in the live stream, like the StreamYard's a private one, which wasn't live, right? Now, she told me that you know, she was getting sick of me because I was contacting her, but she was telling me that, oh, I've just got to go somewhere. I'll be back in a minute. And then you don't hear from her for the rest of the night. She disappears. She leaves me hanging, right? Like telling me, oh, make a StreamYard, I'll join. And she never joins. That was one of the things she used to do, which was odd, right? So here's me telling her, okay, so I've been waiting. Why didn't you join? Oh, I've got to sleep, you know, sometimes. I says, but you told me to wait for you. And I waited. Now, that's not smothering, is it? Right, that's damn ignorance. And she was doing that half the time. So, and then she would go and tell lies that, oh, I'm calling her too often. But you see, she was the one that instigated a call or a pre-call. But then I'd be waiting around for nothing, wasting my time. So I said to her, so, okay, look, I'm willing to make this work. So I said to her, okay, so when would you like me to call you then? You know, what's the best suitable time for me to call? You know, because obviously I've got to realise your time is different to mine. You're 7 hours behind me, so give me a time so I can know when to call. And she's basically saying stuff like, oh, but I says, so what's the time? 1 day, 2 days, you know, gap, 3 days gap? And she says 2 weeks. So you want me to call you 2 weeks from now? So it was like, you know, playing. And it seems off. Yeah. Now I left her alone because I didn't buy all that crap. I left her alone for a good while. But she was still saying to people that I was messaging her. I was like, okay, you know, you sound a bit like you're going off me or something because of the way you're acting, like rather strange. Do you want to have a chat about it? No, there was just excuses, one after the other. I realised there's something funny going on because the very next day she's chatting with all those dickheads that are harassing me in person. You know? So it didn't look good at all. It looked upsetting. I didn't know where I stood with her. Just 1 minute she'd be all over you, then not. Now, saying she's a vampire, right? Now, what he said about vampires was they get your energy fix from you, from an individual or a group of people, right? They get energy fix from that. They get energy fix from either one individual or more than one. And I noticed it's got a big part in that because she was zapping the energy out of me. I became ill after some time, you know. I became poorly. Didn't feel good. Just felt like shit, basically. Another one playing games, whatever. And that was how it was. You know, it wasn't fun. It was She was saying the opposite to what was really happening. I didn't share the same views as her, not all of them. Most of the views she has was quite dark. And once I discovered a dark side to her, I realised there was something funny going on with the people she was hanging out with. She hung out with people that were rather dark as well, that were into black magic, that were into evil things, that were into sinister things. And she became rather close to him. And I used to say to her, look, not being funny, but it sounds like they've got you wrapped round your finger because you're hanging out with people. It's like, I think this is the case in a lot of things, the people she was hanging out with, that they had a hold of her in some sort of way, a trap. And they were influencing her decisions to not hang out with me. There were some of that going on. I found it rather suspicious. One day she said, I need to talk to someone about some advice. And she was mentioning something about investment advice. Now, one of the really fucking disturbing things she did was she wanted to look for ways to make money. And one of them she had in mind was selling her dirty knickers. I says, but that's not ethical. That's not right. And then while I was live streaming, right, someone came in, and I know who this account is, what it looks like. Someone came in telling me to look up about Mark Taylor and his background. Right? And he said to go on to Kiwi Farms to find it. And there was a whole article that he had women under him. And there was a whole thing about pictures, you know, getting close to people, taking nude pictures and selling them on, right? And that got me worried. It got me worried a little bit about what she was up to, whether she had some kind of involvement with it. Now, I'm not having a dig at Mark Taylor. He didn't like me. I'm just saying at that time, my suspicion was quite high on her playing a game with innocent people on here, trying to nick their nudes to sell to some other person. Yeah, he did, actually. That's what I found out. I actually did warn him myself. Said to him, "You take her then, but you know, you're the one that's going to be played like me. You know, I'm going to be played. You're going to be played like everyone else has been played." Now, she was into European lads. This Igor, right? I think his name was Igor, or his name was something like, but obviously he's from places in Europe, like, I don't know if it's Norway or somewhere like that, right? It's definitely abroad in Europe. She said she fancied this guy, but he blew her off or something. Yeah, I think he was Russian, to be fair. I think his name was Igor. Yes, 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 it was. Yeah, because she said, I told her about a problem with hacking or something, right? And all this other crap I'd gone through, and she tagged me in a group with Igor. She says, "Oh, I'm going to talk to my friend Igor. He knows about all this stuff. I don't know anything about it, but he might be able to help you." But I didn't even know this guy to talk to him, and it was quite weird and, you know, slow, so to speak, back and forth. I felt like, what am I doing talking to this guy? He knows nothing as well. I gave up in the end because of that. That guy was not really on the same page as me. I don't know if he couldn't understand me or just very slow to respond. It's like one sentence, one word later, you know, like a half an hour later or 15 minutes later, or, you know, it's a response like that slow. So it was, she used to be into quite a few foreign guys. Yeah. I used to say to her, like, "Are you sure you're into me? Because obviously it seems that you more into men than women." She said, "No, I just play around with men." She said, this is what she said. "No, I don't feel for them as like I feel for you. You know, that I just play and mess about with them." She said, that's what she said. So she's like, not really giving me a clear-cut answer. You know what I mean? I used to find it odd though. I mean, I get it if it's just messing about. Um, it's just, yeah, it's a little bit like mixed vibes. You know what I mean? With her, it's just something not right with that woman, honestly. But it seems to me as though, as I got into looking into possibly her being a vampire, everything clicked into place. Pretty much clicked into place, you know what I mean? The whole messing about, the whole like, you can't put a finger on why you feel for her more than anyone else, and why you can't shake it, why you can't move or separate from it. I believe she bewitched me somehow. I'm talking about OXO. You know, how you can't shake that feeling. And it didn't go. The more I spoke to her, the more drained I felt each day. And that's what's strange about this whole thing, is her dark aura, which I felt strong, because she hung out with someone who was dark as well, like, as in, had a dark aura as well, evil. Don't know if it's because I think she had a thing for him a little bit. So one day I said to him, look, Mark challenged me as well. He said, I'm going to steal her from you. They made a video. One day they made a video and Mark was trying to make me jealous. And I quite find it funny, actually. I found it very funny. I laughed my head off. I'm thinking, this isn't making me jealous, because I know the game that's being played here. Yeah, it's just something odd about the whole thing, but it does click into place, and it would explain why she hasn't been with people or around people. She hasn't had a proper relationship, so to speak. It explains a lot. I think she's a type of person that she would have had a relationship, but she can't, due to her ties, family bloodline ties, I would say. I don't think she can. I think that's why she might have harmed herself as well. This OXO butterfly. I feel sorry for her in a way. More than anything else, I do feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her because I think she probably could or would, but can't. And I think she was trapped. I don't think her family would have approved, sort of thing. I think she wanted to rebel against her family. I think she missed her mother the most. And I don't hate her. I feel sorry for her more than anything else. Yeah. I feel sorry for her in a way. I think she wanted to escape that kind of life that she had and she was tied to. When I asked her several questions about her heritage, I asked her about what that area is known for. She says it's a mainly Mormon area owned by the Mormons, but she said she hates the Mormons. She doesn't like their approach. And it got me thinking about what she actually was, because those people, they have arranged marriages and stuff, and I guess is something similar to her, but not quite, you know. One day I got a message from Tom. I believe Tom reached out to me once. Now, Tom used to troll me, but I think he was trying to warn me. I have a message that says quite a lot of things. That on her monthly, she would be very arrogant and very nasty. I mean, what I don't like about her was the fact that she used men to emotionally blackmail, right? And I asked her a straight up question. I says, "Are you emotionally blackmailing me?" My ex-girlfriend, Penny. It's crazy how she responded. She said, "No, I'm not blackmailing you." So you sent the email, right? I've seen that email, read it, and obviously that's between Tom and Pat, correct? The one about Tom and Pat. Now, I think I know why she disappeared and closed the channel. I know why. It's got nothing to do with me. Although it has in a sense, but it's not. Right? It's not directly involved. I'm not directly involved. It's to do with Winchester Disc and Mark Taylor. Both of them fell out with her, and she had been talking to them for months and years on here, and they know a lot about her. Both of them was going to expose everything. Winchester Disc was going to expose about me, how she really feels about me. She was going to expose the fact that she admitted to them that it's just a game with me. It's just an act. And she was scared that was all going to come out. That's exactly what happened. As soon as Winchester Disc put up the threat, she closed the channel and apparently topped herself. Apparently. And here's the confusing part. I kept seeing accounts on here I kept seeing accounts that I've recognized her in before, right? After supposed death, right? Supposed suicide. I'd seen the basically she was not happy with the fact that he had released some voicemails, messages, some messenger admissions, and I believe that's why she left as well, because there was admission. And apparently Shawnee wasn't to know about, Shawnee wasn't to know, Shawnee wasn't to Shawnee Longlegs wasn't to tell me about what had happened, really. So if only she was honest, which she wasn't, it's no big deal, is it, to tell the truth? But people are so deep in their lie that they choose to continue lying, to cover up another lie or another one, instead of coming out with the facts. I'm not talking about that at the moment. Grey suit. I'm talking about something completely different. Yeah, so that's why she disappeared, is because of a couple of people that were going to expose these messages or expose what her real intention is. And I don't think she could handle the heat. I knew anyway. I just knew, because nothing made sense what she was saying. But I found out eventually. Exactly. Yes. She got played in the end, but not by me. By the very people close to her, she got played. And that's when, you know, she disappeared. But I said, you know, there was something not right with it. That's what happens to players, isn't it? The people get playing games with others, it bites them in the fat ass. It bites them back big time. You know, I will not be. One thing I've noticed people have tried to play me, but they get a very bad outcome as a result. They end up worse off as a result. It's like karma comes to bite them every single time. Because I wasn't the one who played, you see. I didn't engage in the game, so I don't get bit on my ass like they did. I told the truth and I stuck to the truth, and it's paid off. It paid off, right? Pays to stick to the truth always. You know, not lie. You know, lying only eats at you from the inside out. I mean, who is Tim kidding as well? Tim says that he wants me to unblock everyone. Now, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to unblock everyone. Because I'm not a people pleaser like he is. He says he's not a people pleaser. I'll tell you what a people pleaser is. Someone who opens the chat, does freedom of speech. At the same time, he doesn't like any of those people that he's let in. He's playing a game with the people he's let in. He's playing those people he's unblocked. Therefore, lying. You know, he's not being honest to any of them. There's no honesty there, right? That's why I said it's not a good trait to have, being a people pleaser, because you allow them in. Therefore, they can walk all over you. They can just do what they want without repercussion, right? So next time he gets done, he's going to come back on YouTube and lie and say he hasn't been arrested, or say he's not bothered about people on YouTube, when he is bothered about people on YouTube, because he's lying to cover that up. Because it's people pleasers thing is to cover the lie they've just done. I'm not letting all those people in to come and harass me. And he says, oh, if you can't handle YouTube, get off YouTube, unplug the fucking internet. But hear me out. Why should you? What, to people please the fucking trolls? The people pleaser. No, I'm gonna allow people in my chat who want a conversation, who can sustain a conversation, not someone who sustains fucking bullshit coming in my live stream talking utter crap. I warned them in Tim's, right? If I've seen them be nasty to me behind my back, when I go live fishing, they're banned forever. They're not coming in. I'm not going to be walked all over. When I go fishing, I want to stream without fucking trolls in it. Yeah, without dickheads in it to ruin it, right? Spoiling it for others. So those people aren't allowed in. Right? Because seeing as they find it funny, that's the one-way ticket to the bandbox, I'm afraid. Take the piss, you're out. You know, see him sitting in there, Fruit King, you're not allowed in here because you're a Fruit Loop. I don't allow harassers in my live stream, you see. That doesn't make me a people pleaser, does it? A people pleaser is someone allowing themselves to get abused. Saying things like, oh, it's only words on a screen. Wait. Words on a screen. The problem with this is you allow them to say what they want. They walk all over you. And as well as that, no, it's not a compliment. See you later. Now, it's not a compliment. I don't allow myself to get trolled. And it's not been a Nancy either. That's bullshit too. Because how is it being a Nancy? Me blocking some fucking weirdos that don't talk properly. Yeah. It's negative energy. You're spouting negativity, right? Allow negativity in. That's what's going to plague your chat, negativity. You know, allow positive in. It's going to have positive energy, right? It's a clear difference between the two, right? You don't want fucking bullshit on the screen. It doesn't invite positivity. It invites negativity and toxicity. So we don't allow trolls in. Because that's how it's got to be. You know, we've got to have positivity rather than negativity. You know, can't be doing with bullshit. I mean, look, I'm not being a dictator. All I'm saying is, you talk shit, you're out. It don't matter how many accounts you come in, you're out. Sock accounts included. Where we just want a clear-cut stream with no bullshit. I have a lot of positive things in store for my channel, and I intend to keep it that way. Can't be doing with people instigating fights, instigating bullshit, bollocks and nonsense. Who cares how big my arms are? Who cares how big I am? Small I am, or whatever you want to say. Who cares? That's nonsense that we don't need to hear, right? Nonsense. Doesn't matter, right? Everyone's unique and different. So accept unique and different in the chat, right? Otherwise you're out. If you don't accept it, get out. Go away. You know? I would much prefer you unsubscribe and never come back. You know, to those that watch me and just sit there and bullshitting all day. And you say, I need a job, you need a job, the way you act. And if you're in a job with the way you act, I'm sure you're miserable. So when I'm starting fishing, will be some time in the next few days. It might be tomorrow. It might be the day after that. It depends when the stuff comes, right? Because I only need a couple more items, right, to go fishing. I can literally go fishing when I get the keep net and I'm going to buy some rod stands, you know, just so the rod can rest, and just all the little fiddly items I can get on the day. So it depends when they turn up. And obviously I have to be here until the items turn up, because they can turn up at any time during the day, right? Hopefully I don't get a notification while I'm out fishing, right? So it's best I stay until some of the items turn up, because I ordered them all at the same time. So that might mean they might come at the same time, or they might come here and there, bit and bit, which is kind of annoying. If it wasn't for my bloody family chucking away my box, I would have gone fishing way earlier. Probably the other day I could have fished. But look, I've got the bait boxes, which is good. I may as well put the lids on. I've just got to go to the fishing shop and buy the bait, but I'll do that on the day I go. On the day I go fishing is when I buy the bait. Now, I'm going to try ground bait as well. Now, supposedly, it's better to do ground bait the night before. So what I could do is go and have a look at the fishing shop when I get a minute. These are all 1 pint, these boxes. I got 4 boxes. They came as a set. So I can put some ground bait in one box. I'll put another sort in another box. So I might buy a mixture of maggots as well. Is that fitting on? Don't know if that's the same. Okay. Now it's fit on. What I'll do is take this with me to the shop. I just hope you don't think that I've actually brought these boxes from the shop, because I'm going to take the boxes in and just say, put half a pint of maggots in one box. I don't know whether they have 2 different sorts. Could have some earthworms in another box. Might get some earthworms as well, because they're good for like the big fish, you know. And next month, I'm going to buy a trolley. So what I'm going to do, I'll buy a trolley next month, and then I can like put them in. Now, what I've discovered in the past, this is what I've done in the past, because over time, the maggots go a bit smelly, right? Now the way to combat that, what I've discovered to make maggots last longer, is if you put a bit of sawdust in it, in the box. Very fine. You can buy fine sawdust, and all that does, it dries it out a bit, you know, dries them out, so they don't go all funny. Because when I've left them before, they go funny. So what I used to do is put a bit of hamster sawdust in it, and you can get that really fine sawdust that you only need like a tiny bit in it, just to so they don't go funny. So when the next time you come to get them, they're not going to go off. Because one day I left it running for ages and they start to sweat. The maggots, they start to sweat and go stinky. But you know, if you put sawdust in, it doesn't do that. So I can actually, so I've worked out, right? If I can buy a food processor, I can make my own ground bait myself, and you don't need to spend too much on it. So find ways around. And all the ground bait is going to do is attract the fish to the hook where I'm going to put the hook. You know, it just attracts them. You leave it for 10 minutes in the area so they all come and start feeding, and then you go and put the rod in, and you should get one quite quickly afterward. Yeah, Weetabix. Yeah. Yeah. You can buy fish food and then process it in a food processor, grind it up so it makes like a powder. So I do something like that. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, get down. I'm trying to read. Oh my goodness. Oscar's not letting me read anything. Down. Down. Thank you. Yeah, of course they'll be here soon. Yeah. They're already here, but yes. Oh no, I'm not talking to you. No. Hello, weird. That was Rise. He came in the box. No, I don't want to talk to him. He's got nothing nice to say, has he? At all. Oh, sorry. Word of warning to anyone watching. Take the mickey out of me. You will be banned for good. All right. I'm just looking things up about fishing. Oh, that's something I forgot to get is a catapult. Leave it. Right, I'm going to disappear. I need to go and lie down. So I'll catch you all tomorrow.